Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be our new sheet. Let me get rid of my updates. Remind me tomorrow where I will also not do it. This is going to be our new sheet to get data to me for the next 3 weeks. I have it set up this way so that the new year we're going to reassess where we've come from, where we're currently at, and how we're going to approach 2017. There'll be some goal setting stuff you'll get from me here soon before the end of the year anyway. That will help populate that sheet a lot better. And please forgive any barking that you hear. I'll come here a little bit and grunting because I have a Boston Terrier in my lap. So we're starting off. First thing, if you guys will follow my mouse, let me zoom out of here. Oh, I could, I can't. So you guys will get a link. It'll be on Facebook. It should be messaged to you as well. And that link is going to take you to a Google Docs or Google Sheets document. This has everybody's stuff on it, so please just use yours. There's nothing you could really take from somebody on here that's like personal. So you've got free run of the document, but I'd rather you just stuck with your own stuff and not get. The reason for that is to not get distracted with what other people are doing because it does not apply to you in any way. So it's pointless and probably distracting and counterproductive. So anyway, you get that link, you go to the doc, you go down here, you'll have your name on each sheet, okay? We're going to use Samantha today just because I threw her name on here and I had her numbers in front of me. Going up, you'll also see that on the title line, just to make sure you're on the right thing. Please just double check it and make sure you don't edit someone else's sheet, because I've already done it on another document with a good 40 people on it and I basically ruined my weekend because I had to redo all of that. So, you guys will see top header here. This is going to be our macro, weights, blah, 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 blah stuff. Okay? All our stuff be here. The date on which you're recording, or this is the date for the week in reference that all of that is for. And it's going to have that column set for each time, because sometimes I won't have certain data in the column. It's like there's an empty line right here. There was something there earlier, but for you guys, you don't need to have that line in there, so I took it out. Some weeks that will differ. Now, let's just start with what you do. You log in, you go down here, you go to your sheet, and then you are going to put in your macro goals, which is always carbs, fats, protein, or red, carbs, fats, protein for us. And so for Samantha, I'm just going to pull some numbers up here. We're going to guess 125, or carbohydrates, we'll say 150. And her fat is going to be 39. And her protein is going to be 125. Right? These are just generic numbers. They don't really have anything to do with Samantha. Okay? So I've got my stuff up here. This is my goal. Every day, you guys will click onto the sheet and you can get this from your phone super easy, depending on if you have an iPhone like the rest of the world, or if you're one of these Droid people, get an iPhone. But no, you should still be able to do all this just fine. You log in, and Monday, you're going to put in what you actually had in your macros, what reads on your tracking app. What I recommend you guys do, rather than put everything in just like that, if you're on a PC and have access to it, great. You can just do this. Drag it down to Sunday. You know what your goals are. Just edit this as it goes, and you can see where you're at. This will only change one number, and that's the end number right here. Oh man, that's right. It does change the end number there. All right, scratch that. Just put your stuff in. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Don't skip any days. This way, I will have a more organized way to check everybody's stuff, so I do not get a bunch of notifications that I cannot currently get to, and I forget to go back and look at them. So just put it in right here. You no longer need to put stuff in the group. After each day, your stuff's going to stay here. You guys will put your weight for Monday in. It will be this day, so 12/12. That is today. It's currently very early here. Put your weight in. And the thing about weight, if you guys, well, I'll talk about that later. Just put your weight in. And this should be the same time you weigh yourself, the same process by which you weigh yourself all the time. Don't change things. Goal for next week. That could be, I want to lose another half pound, or I want to gain a half pound, or I want to get consistent with breakfast, whatever that is. Okay, put your goal here for the next week, and that way it just lets me stay in touch with what's important to you, so that I'm not treating you like, oh, you need to lose 15 pounds before this next 5K, when you really are trying to put on some muscle mass and enter your first powerlifting meet. I need to know it's important. Lowest hanging fruit. This is basically, I'll do a video on this later, but lowest hanging fruit is what is the easiest way for you to improve over the course of this next week. For some people, and this is something that you have to decide, because I'm not in your life next to you every single part of your day. But I do coaching calls and stuff for that too, where I'll talk with people for a little bit each week and help decide those, and it works very, very well to do that. But for the pilot group, if you're in the pilot group, you guys will decide this. Lowest hanging fruit can be, I need to be consistent with eating breakfast. Or lowest hanging fruit could also be, I need to make sure I'm drinking enough water in the day, or I need to stop drinking caffeine before I go have my Metcons, because they make me perform like crap and I gotta stop and I don't use any energy. Lowest hanging fruit really is just whatever you think you could sustain for a week, and let that habit or behavior that's new solidify over the course of a week. And it could be the same thing every week. I'd like to see it change over time though, because it indicates that there's the dog. It indicates that we've made some progress on that goal, or that we've obtained that lower hanging fruit. Okay, so whatever your goal is, I'd recommend finding the easiest, just one thing for you to really work on in the next week. That could also, for me, that's sleep more. My recovery sucks, and then you can hear why probably. Oh, stop! Come here. And they're all awake now. Anyway, so lowest hanging fruit right there. Last thing that you guys are going to enter is recipe article link. I just want you guys to be learning and actively seeking out information, to be learning outside of me. It's great if you're getting all your info from me, but that's not really how an abundant mindset or program works. I would love for you guys to be in the mode, have fur children, to be in the mode of seeking out information. So put up an article link here that was helpful for you for that week, or a recipe that was helpful for you for that week. It lets me get a look at it. If it's really cool, I'll put it up in the group. If it's not, it at least lets me see what you guys are looking at, what you're exposed to. And I might even have to correct something. It'd be like, hey, this is a very, very clever article, but it's clickbait and it doesn't work. Here's the medical journal to back that up, or the physical medicine journal to back up. Hey, don't do this. If whatever that is, probably will never happen. But anyway, put up something that's helpful. Last thing, previous data is already loaded up here. If you guys do not have yours loaded up, it's probably because I have not had time to get to it, and you get to the sheet before I do. Please load up your stuff right here. All of your weight is in here. All your past weigh-in dates are here as well, and your graph is going to reflect your change over time. Fun thing, I am not a computer nerd, so you can obviously tell that I'm not when I tell you this is the coolest thing, I think. All right, so you're going to put in your weight for Monday on the 12th. And we go down, and it auto-populates. Okay? So we'll say 123, and let's say 110. Woo! And it just populates right there. And Samantha had some kind of bender and got into alcohol and drugs and just passed out during the week and lost a whole lot of weight. Right? All right. Kidding, of course. So that's the new sheet, guys. Let me know if you have questions. This, of course, is the basic beginner thing. It'll evolve over time. I'm sure there's bugs I'll have to fix. I meant to get it out to you much, much earlier than I have. However, I've been super busy with the box and competitions and other excuses that I can make. But it really just comes down to trying to balance family, work, fun stuff. Anyway, if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to help out. Thanks.